All right. I'm actually can put my laptop up for a minute. Hey, you all. I know a lot of people getting off work. I'm sitting in the house. Yes, I do have on my jacket. It's just me, so no need to just turn the heat up to heck. Let me see. Maybe I could put this up so the phone sit up a little higher. I want to talk goals, pivoting, and life. One thing about being a business owner is becoming the person that can handle what comes along with being a business owner. Being a business owner is rough. So anybody who think, oh no, they can get off and do anything they want to do because they don't have to clock in. Being a business owner is one of the most difficult things you will ever do. And that's why to be a business owner, you have to actually become a different person. You have to become a better version of yourself because it comes with, oh, dang. Shut the lock. My light. Let me get my other charger because I'm going to turn this laptop off. Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. I could just turn on all the lights. It's still not as bright as I want. Yeah, I'll be right back. Here I go. I want to talk because I've been seeing a lot on the internet today, on Facebook actually, Black folk in Jacksonville, downing a business because of the prices. When the prices aren't any more expensive than when you go to River and Post and Calvert Chop House and all of that. It's just the fact that it's one of our businesses. And for some reason, we act as if because it's one of our businesses, everything should be much less expensive. Food costs what food costs. There we go. I wanted to put some more light in. But without, and that kind of bothers me because to me, even though I haven't been there, I'm talking about elevations. Everybody's on Facebook talking about the prices of elevations are too high and it shouldn't be that much. Food is expensive. You can go to Walmart right now and realize that it costs more to eat than it used to cost. My thing is this. If it's too expensive, just let it be. You don't have to go. Or become the person that could afford it. Find a way to figure out how to increase your income so that you can afford to go to different places. Don't get them to drop their prices. Find out what you can do to make more money. But that requires more of you. It's easier to complain about not having enough money than it is to find out what you could actually do to increase your income. How can I afford to go to these type of places? Instead of me sitting up here complaining about how it's too expensive, it might be too expensive for your budget. I need a job, Kitty. Your phone is on. You doing something? Come on, your phone on. You doing something right? Unless you're on the library Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi. The libraries have free Wi-Fi, y'all. Just so you know. If you ever get down and out, you need some Wi-Fi, go sit in the library parking lot. All public libraries have free Wi-Fi. But I just wanted to really talk about that. And I'm not talking about elevations. I just saw that on Facebook today, and it bothered me because I have people that do that to me. Ooh, that's too much. Well, for you, it might be. For your budget, it might be. But it's easier for you to complain that it's too much. That is too much, instead of saying, hey, what can I do to increase my income so that I can afford to do what I want to do? I can afford to eat where I want to eat. I can afford to get my hair done. I can afford to live where I want to live. That's the thing. Ask yourself, what can I do so that I can increase my income? Let me show y'all something. Me and my sister sat today and yesterday, and we literally, seriously, for about 8 hours. And this is something as a business owner, I have to do. And it takes up a lot of my time, and I'm still not done. We sat down yesterday and we wrote down short-term goals for our different businesses and our life. And we brainstormed, let's partner with BizWise. Who are they? We brainstormed what we can do. Like, for instance, my apartment here. What I'm going to do next year, my daughter has a salon. My apartment, they actually allow for a commercial lease. I have a commercial lease with this apartment unit. So I have they do mixed use and full commercial. I have my massage studio in the front, and then the back I live in, which is most of the main spaces where I live at. What I'm going to do is move back to my mom's house. My daughter's salon, her lease is up from the west side in March. What we're going to do is convert this entire unit to her salon. So that's part of what we do. Like, listen here, these are goals. We literally sit down, and these are for all the businesses and our life and my mom's house and my house and my sister's house. So we take and we separate, we work on every single thing, and we brainstorm. So next year in February, I'm moving out. I'm going to give my daughter my new couch and the chairs. My other daughter, I'm going to convert the back area into a salon, I have to add plumbing. So I had a plumber come today to give me an estimate. It's just a lot of things that I have to do, but those are things that we do. And so I want people to do this type of thing. This is just paper, but it's pages and pages of goals, short-term and long-term goals, brainstorming to see where we want to head in 2024. So it's like a vision board, but this is not a vision board yet. This is just us sitting down and saying what we need to do. For instance, what I want to do with my car rental. Stephanie, I need new hosts. I need additional hosts. Our car rental at Kitty's Car Turo Hub, we are out of cars every single weekend. I have people calling me on the regular trying to get cars. So what I want to do is attract new hosts. So like here, what I'm going to do is sell winning points on availability, our turnover, we do maintenance, the logistics of our office, the delivery, we build a rapport with other businesses. Because like with other businesses, I build a rapport with them. I have a business that when I need tire repair, I can pull up to this tire shop, that boy comes out. He'll jump me in the line in front of everybody that's at the tire shop. Because number one, he knows that I'm always coming, and number two, he knows that I tip him well. I have a rapport with an oil change and maintenance company. So I go to Precision Tune. They get me in, get me out. They know that I'm bringing over 30 vehicles to their lot. And that's just my rental cars. That's not including our company vehicles. So they know that they're going to constantly get business from Kitties. So they gave us, we work with them. We build rapport. That's something that other hosts do not have. But this is just us brainstorming our different businesses. Where are our goals? What we want to do? How we're going to increase these businesses? How we're going to reach more people? All right, Stephanie, I see you. Cars right now, they doing deals on them because of the end of the year. So get on out there and get it, girl. I got you. I'm telling you. I had a new lady start on Thursday. On Friday, her car was rented. It just came back this morning, and it goes out on Saturday. And it's a gap in there, so I'm hoping that somebody will book it in between. But that's one of the goals. So, and let me tell y'all something. I'm going to go to me personally. Last week, this time, I was feeling real down. And I don't know why, but I really was. I was feeling so down to the point where I couldn't really even write out my goals. I was kind of like in a funk because I had so much going on. When I tell you, sometimes I'm jealous of people who just go to work and come home. easier, so much easier. I have like 50 million things going on all the time. And last week, it was Tuesday, I was damn near overwhelmed. I was, to the point where I take a mentorship class every Tuesday. And she had us, we have to write down some goals. Like one of them is, what are my long-term business goals? What are my long-term personal goals? Long-term, short-term business, short-term personal. What specific challenges do I need to overcome in my businesses? How do you define success in your business? What do I look like at my best? What are my revenue and profit goals? What experiences do I want to have in the next 12 months? How will I make an impact in the world? Charity, mentorship. It must require our time. I could not even, and each one needs to have 3 to 5. I couldn't even get them out. I was feeling that just, to the point where I couldn't even get out anything. Like I sat there and I worked on it for like 30 minutes and I couldn't get anything out. I was just, I don't know what it was. Well, I know what it was. It's overwhelmed. Sometimes I get to a point where I do feel overwhelmed, and that's why I tell people the truth. I don't want anybody to ever think that this life right here is just easy. It was actually, now that I look back on it, easier for me to go in there and underwrite those loans, for them to tell me everything I need to do. Sorry, y'all, my heat just cut on. I don't want to do that. My heat just cut on. It was actually easier for me to have them tell me everything I need to do, to tell me what time to be there, what time to get off, how to do it, when to do it, who to do it with, everything. It was really easier because now my success depends on me. And with that being said, I have to make up my own SOPs, standard operating procedures. I have to live and learn off of those. This one worked, this one didn't. But in the middle, when they're not working or trying to make it work, you're fumbling. Versus when you go to work, they have SOPs already out there for you. These are the standard operating procedures. They have these out there for you. They tell you how to do what you need to do. Yeah, you have some leeway in there to think, but it's already cut out for you to do everything. When you're doing it from yourself, it's not cut out. And then 9 times out of 10, you're first generation entrepreneur. So it's not like you can really go to your mom and your dad and your grandma and your aunties who's been running businesses. And because many of them haven't been running businesses, they have no idea. And then when you experience hardship, they often, because they love you so much, they try to talk you out of it. Why don't you just go on and get a job? It'll be easier that way. Because I see you going through all of this. Remember Tyler Perry? How his mama was just done. He had done rented that van or her credit card and he couldn't pay it back. And she cursed him out. But she told him, just get a job. I just need you to get some income and get a job. And then he said he was silent because he was on the other side of the room crying. And she finally looked up and realized how bad she had hurt his feelings and backed all of that up. But they don't know, they don't know. And there's so many people around us that don't know. And we're learning at the same time. So what I have to do is, I have to learn at warp speed. Like I have to, if it takes somebody else 6 months to get it, I have to take 3 months. I don't have time to waste because I won't be able to pay my bills if I do. So that means I have to read more. I have to be more self-aware. I have to take all of these different courses. I have to watch who I surround myself with. Even to the point where I have to not engage in a lot of stuff. Like last year, remember I'm having parties and all of that stuff. I didn't do that this year. Because I realized I have to operate on such a higher level that there's certain things I don't even really have room for. Yes, when I go out of town, I have me a good time, but I had to change my lifestyle to incorporate to get to be the person that can actually do this business thing. And that's why I go back and I talk about how everybody is talking about elevations and how the prices are too high. When the price compared to anything else is about the same. I ain't paying all of that. One thing about setting your prices where you set your prices is you can weed out a lot of people. That's why I do not do discounts. My prices are what my prices are, because the people who ask for discounts, and if you lower your prices to the people who are basically begging you to lower your prices, those type of people will run you and your business into the ground. So what you do is you do like Chick-fil-A. You offer wonderful service, but you make your prices matter. So if you want something off the dollar menu people don't even come to Chick-fil-A. The dollar menu people are the main ones that actually nickel and dime you. Ooh, it's missing a pickle. Ooh, this. They bother the hell out you. So what you do is you make a menu that doesn't have a dollar menu on it. So you weed out your customers. When you weed out your customers, a lot of them you don't even have to deal with. So like what Elevations is doing. Keep them prices where they are, because the cheap people will not come. The cheap people, those are the ones who harass your waitresses. Those are the ones who's constantly sending food back. Those are the ones who are messing with the bouncers. They give you the worst trouble. So you outprice them. That's like, I know people get mad at this, but it is what it is. JWB. What they do is with their rent prices, their rent prices are, high. But what that does is it hopefully tries to weed out people who tear your damn house up, who leave your houses roach infested, who tear up the cabinets, who tear up the tile. Because I have a cleaning company, I see the worst of the worst with some of these independent owners. The independent owners, they'll listen to the people's story. I'm so sorry. I had this eviction, but it wasn't my fault. My grandmama got sick and I couldn't pay my rent and this and this and this. And all the time, this be lies. JWCB said, bump that. You can't send a LOA, a letter of explanation, good enough to make me lower my prices. Okay, Andreas. You can't send me a letter to make me lower my prices. I'm going to look at your statistics on your credit report, and I'm going to outprice you. That way they don't get their houses torn up like crazy. So now y'all see what I'm talking about when it comes to like pricing? Sometimes you have to outprice people so that you don't get the worst customers. The cheap customers are the worst. The people who can't afford it are the worst. I'm telling you. And they'll try to make you bad for not lowering your prices. I'm like, no, I'm not. How you going? Hey. You can get mad. I'm still not going to lower my price. Which means I won't go to your house. Which means you won't rent my 360 booth. Which means you won't be in my Airbnb to tear it up. Which means you won't come to my car wash and get your car washed. Because yes, our car wash, most of our prices are about $5 more than the car washes down the street. But they don't offer the experience nor the customer service that I do. I took my time. We took our time and set up our car wash a certain way. We took our time and set our building up a certain way. We made it a point so our customers won't be sitting out there in wet, muddy places and getting ate up by mosquitoes and gnats. We made it a point to have an indoor lobby so that even if it rains, we can clean the inside of your car. Oftentimes what happens is if it's raining, the inside is still messy. You can still come to our car wash and get it clean, and you won't have to stand in the rain because we have an inside lobby. We do have snacks that you can purchase. We have free water. So yes, my prices are a little bit more, but my quality is also in my customer service experience. Yes, we offer tire pressure. We'll check your tire pressure for free. Little things like that. Little nuances that get you a step above the rest. Like Chick-fil-A. I never go to Chick-fil-A and ever look at the price on the menu. Ever. I want a grilled chicken sandwich with the bacon on it and pepper jack cheese. I want my waffle fries, and I want me a sugar-free lemonade. I ain't been in so long because Chef Ted been cooking my meals, so I ain't been out to eat no on time. But whatever, the Splenda lemonade or whatever. But I never look at the prices. When I go in there, I'm gonna just get what I get. But when you go to McDonald's, you're over there looking at the dollar menu, if they still got it, $2 menu, whatever, because that's where the cheap people go at. But then because the cheap people go there, you get the cheap service. May I help you? Are you standing in a goddamn line for 15 minutes for a burger and fries, but you got what you paid for? So what Chick-fil-A did is they just outpriced a lot of people. They charge more. If they charge more, a lot of people won't come. The certain people won't come. Granted, their line is wrapped around the building because now they get the creme de la creme of customers. To the point where they don't even have to be open on Sunday. And they still make their money. They make more money than McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, and they open 7 days a week. Chick-fil-A get their people a day off. And when you if you ever pass by Chick-fil-A on a Sunday, you know who they have a cleaning crew. So now their business is getting thoroughly cleaned on Sunday. These other businesses half-ass getting clean because they open 24 hours a day. So that means even when they clean the bathroom, somebody coming right back in. So it never can get cleaned all the way. The grease trap never can get cleaned all the way because it's always being used. Chick-fil-A, they offer the type of service where you get great quality food. And on Sunday, their business is getting clean from top to bottom, which in the long run make them pass the health inspections. Think about that like that. Visit her. I was reading a text message. But in my business, y'all, I'm going to tell you, I had to pivot. And I've learned to pivot very quickly, even though I don't want to. Like, I sold one of my vans today. I really didn't want to sell the van. But I mean, I'm like, you know what? The vans are getting older. That was a 2012. It's getting up in age. It's 2023. I'm doing more of other businesses. So there's no need for me to have a van that I don't use because car insurance is so expensive. And the older a vehicle get, the more maintenance I have to do on the vehicle. And that money that I'm spending on car insurance and maintenance for a car that I'm really not driving because I do my cleaning business, but not to the point where I needed that extra van, I could take it and put it into other businesses. So I had the guy come, take the wrap off the day, and sold the van. But that's part of business. You have to know when to pivot. I love my vans and I love my wrap and I love that kitty cat on the side of it. But was I going to get stuck with what I love or what I needed to do? So I had to do like that. With our Airbnb, we had one that we started having issue with the HOA. And we make good money off that Airbnb, renting it out. We know we had a two-night minimum. The HOA fought us tooth and nail to raise it to a 30-night minimum. My sister didn't want to. She really didn't want to. But then when she did, she started getting 30-day bookings, which meant less turnover, less supplies that we had to put in the house, less being bothered, because now instead of somebody checking in every 3 or 4 days, they would check in for 30 days. That means like when they were checking in every 3 or 4 days, we constantly had to put tissue in the house, paper towels, clean the property. I mean, when you clean the property, you got to go to the property. So you got to take time out of your day to go to the property. You have to keep buying supplies because you're turning over the property all the time. Versus when you do a 30-day rental, you put the toilet tissue in there right there. You put 2 rolls in each bathroom. You put paper towels in the bathroom. You give them some dishwasher pods. You give them some dishwashing liquid. Give them a little bit of laundry detergent, a mop, a broom, and a bucket. 2 sets of towels. 2 sets of linens. And they have a wash and dry and they can go for themselves. And you ain't got to go back for 30 days. And that meant the property is filled for 30 days. So they fought us 30. We fought back to the point where we got an attorney. And the attorney said, hey, just try the 30. And then I have a friend. He lives in Tampa. His HOA actually sued him because he wasn't going 30 days. He has a real big house. And I happened to be on the phone with him one day. And then he heard me and Tracy talking. He's like, wait a minute. Because we was talking about the attorney and this and this and this. He said, you know what? They made me do 30 days. That's one of the best things I could have ever did. And we was like, for real? And he said, yeah. Because now I have all that turnover. And then when they're there, they're there. Those type of people rarely bother you. Then you don't have to keep buying supplies. You don't have to keep buying, doing your linens, all of that stuff, washing them. You don't have to keep paying the cleaning crew to go over there and clean the place. We was like, dang, the perspective. Changed it. Been cruising ever since, man. Been cruising ever since. That was a pivot that we didn't want to take, but once we took it, it changed the game on that Airbnb. Now what we did is we like bump it. We went to nurses. So we just don't even go through Airbnb. It's on Furnish Finder. We go to nurses. The jailhouse got a lot of nurse contractors that came in from Mississippi. So we've been having the nurses from Mississippi stay at the property. That was a business that had to pivot. So you just learn how to pivot in business. And take the time to write down your goals. I know, okay, it's Friday. You done been to work all day, all week long, and you just want to get out the house. Sometimes, our jobs will get us in the way of they'll get in the way of our goals. Because they'll take so much out of us that they suck us dry that we feel like, damn, I don't have time to write my goals. I would write my goals, but I want to go out to eat with my girls. I want to go to happy hour. I want to hang with my man. So then we never get around to doing our goals because we never have that quiet time. And I'm telling you, once you start writing down your goals and just letting your mind go, you can start exploring. So it's liberating. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all Saturday what I did. I sat here and watched the First Wives Club with Jill Scott on Netflix, watched the whole thing. My sister sent me an Excel spreadsheet that she uses for her bills and stuff. I updated all my stuff, my bills, onto that new Excel spreadsheet. I was writing my goals down, washing clothes, just doing a lot of stuff for me. And I sat in this apartment. I think I went to sleep about 12:30. So I did some stuff at the car wash early. I think I was home by about 12. And from 12 to the next day, never went anywhere. I just worked on me. Completely worked on me. And now I enjoy that. So a lot of people, and I did it with nobody here. Because if people are here, I'm going to start talking. So I like to sit in the quiet and watch the First Wives Club. I did turn that on. And completely just dedicated that day to me. And today, what I did, I came home about 12, and I've been sitting here working on my goals, paying bills, moving stuff around, seeing how I'm going to do this for 2024 versus how I'm doing for 2023. Had a plumber come in to do an estimate to do some, to add some salon bowls to one of the back rooms. That same plumber, he's the guy that took the wrap off my van. So I met him at the car wash. He took the wrap off the van. When he was done, he came here. He did me an estimate to convert this into a salon, because that's one of my goals for 2024 is to make this location. Let me just show y'all a little bit. Like, I'm gonna let y'all see it now. This is it right now. Eventually, this is gonna be a full-fledged salon. So the back room, which is on the other side of that TV right there, that's going to be where the wash bowls are. And this right here is going to be where all the stations are. And yes, it'll have a kitchen right here. And then the front room right here, you see that right there? That's going to be where the esthetician is going to be. So this entire building, this whole building right here, will be totally different by the end of March, because I'm converting it. My daughter is going to turn it into her salon. And you have to like have everything planned out for the logistics. You have to purchase the wash bowls. He has to purchase the plumbing. I have a brand new couch in here that I bought just for this location, for my loft. And I'm going to give this to my daughter. Let me turn on the lights, y'all. I love this place now. Don't get me wrong. But let me tell you. This is the place. I'm giving my daughter, she has furniture, and she was talking to me about getting some new furniture. So my oldest daughter, what I'm going to do is give her my new set. So all of this that's in here, I'm going to actually take it and put it in my daughter's house. Because she graduated college. She's a nurse now. She did a thing. And she wanted new furniture. She has her own house. She has a townhouse out the west side. So, as a gift for graduation, what I'm going to do is, instead of her having to purchase new furniture, I'll give her the brand new furniture. So she'll have this. Oh, y'all think my phone dirty. So my oldest daughter, and this rug, look at the rug, I love it. She'll have this furniture. And my youngest daughter, this is going to be her salon. So me and her are going to convert it to her salon. And then my oldest daughter, these bar stools, the couch, the sectional, and the chairs are going to go to my oldest daughter. But that's a pivot. You know, when I first thought about it, I was like, damn, I just moved in here in September. Now I'm thinking about moving out and doing something else with the unit. And I said, you know what? It's life. It's fine. I know I just moved in here in September, but I'm going to convert it and I'm going to move on out. Let it go. Just like God gave me this unit, he'll give me other stuff. Sometimes I think God gives you something so he can show you what he can do. And that if he did that, he can do more. You never know. I might be on the 20th floor of the Strand one day. Even though I do have my own house. I do have a house. But he might say, hey, if you're on the 6th floor of the loft, of Metropolitan Loft, I might get you a room, you know, an apartment on the 20th floor of the Strand overlooking the river. Watch me do and let me do you. Let me do it, Lord. You know, that's what God be telling us sometimes. God will tell us, he'll say, let me be God. Just let me be God. Watch it and let me do what God does. Sometimes because we can't figure it out, we all in the way. Because we can't figure out the next step. We can't figure out the next 5 steps. So we tend to get all in the way of everything that God is doing. And now we messing it all up. Instead of letting God just do what God do. If he give you a vision, just start working towards it. Even though you don't know the steps. I don't know the steps. I just know he gave me the vision. And I was like, oh, yo, Lisa. And then the next thing I know, Monday Night Football, my oldest daughter came over because we all went to the game. And she said, Mama, do you think a sectional this size will fit in my house? And I said, yeah, I'm sure it'll fit in your house. By Tuesday, I done made plans to give her the sectional and the chairs and everything to go in her house. Instead of her buying a new sectional, I just bought this sectional in September. I barely even sit in the living room. Most of the time I sit in my bedroom. So instead of her having to even buy that as a graduation gift, because she completed nursing school at the end of May and walked in July, how about, you know, since I can't buy her anything big and extravagant, how about let me just refurnish her living room for her with furniture that she actually already likes and likes the color. Let me just give her this brand new furniture that I have. And we're going to take her furniture and take it and put it in storage so that, hey, if we can come up on another Airbnb, we can furnish it with her furniture. Because her furniture is nice. It's just not what she wanted. Because her property was an Airbnb. She has a townhouse. So while she was in school as a nurse, she actually moved in with my mom and rented her house out on Airbnb. So the furniture that's in her house was Airbnb furniture. She just doesn't like it. It's not jazzy enough for her. But with Airbnb, you have to be careful. You can't go too jazzy because it's got to suit everybody's needs. So because it's not like she wanted it, she wanted new furniture. So we're just going to take the furniture out of her house, put it in storage, take this furniture, put it in her house, and that'll be one of her graduation gifts for me. And then my other daughter is the one who's actually taking over the whole unit. I'll be back in my mom's house, which is fine. Because I have learned what a lot of people see as going backwards is actually me gaining momentum and resting so that I can shoot way ahead of the pack. Because if I'm always going at 100, eventually I wear myself out. But sometimes I pull back, I re-energize, I focus, and then I come out like a bolt of lightning and I jump over everybody. Good deal. Hey, Miss Kitty. Hey, lady. So sometimes we think going backwards. Like, I could have felt like, you know, with my van, I was going backwards. I'm selling the van, this and this and this. But God said, hey, let it go. He actually told me to let it go 2 months ago, y'all. He ain't just telling me all of a sudden. He told me 2 months ago to let it go. I finally decided, you know what? Get out of his way, because you're doing it. You getting in his way. Let the damn van go. And I let it go. And they came and got it. I wasn't even there. My sister was there. I was like, I was up here working on my goals. I ain't going to even be there. Just, it's gone. I don't need to see it. It's all right. God, like that song say, God got us, so we gonna be all right. I learned to just let it all go. That way I can open up for the new. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of pivoting. So don't be afraid to pivot. If I wouldn't have pivoted, I wouldn't be here. I was an underwriter at Bank of America. I could still be an underwriter at Bank of America or underwriter somewhere. But it was that big, oh, y'all, that was one of the scariest, things I ever did career-wise. It was. Career-wise, everything else was about the same. A job is a job is a job is a job. Yeah, you change. Dang, I'm calling him back. I know who it is. Yeah, you change jobs, but still a job is a job. It's just different people. But to completely let go and have no guaranteed income. I don't have a husband. I got a divorce in 2010. I left my job in 2016. So it ain't like it was no man sitting back there where he could still pay the bills and at least meet the minimum requirements of what we needed. No. I had to completely depend on me. And that's one of the hardest. It was so difficult. Not difficult. It was mentally hard to let go, because you're used to having paycheck coming every 2 weeks. If nothing else, a paycheck gonna come every 2 weeks. But imagine when you don't, and it's your own fault, your own will. I'm not gonna say fault because it's nothing bad. Your own will is the reason that you don't have your paycheck. Then sometimes you regret it, because some days you have money, some days you don't. It's days I have it, it's days I don't. And then you have to sit there, you have to call your creditors, because they do offer programs. You know what? I can't pay this bill this month. Let me just see what they have, where maybe I can postpone it or I can defer it to the back. You start finding alternative ways to make things happen for yourself. But with that finding alternative ways, it makes you into a person that you really have to start using your thinking cap. You have to really think on things, how to make things happen. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I said you have to become the person that can handle that. Because everybody's not a thinker. I know a lot of people that, y'all, that they don't think. They think, but they don't think. Like, they can't just throw it off like that, because they're not used to doing it like that. So they don't like, oh, that ain't work. Hold on, let me think right quick and make it happen. That's scary to them, to have to think on their feet, because you're not used to it. But when you start doing it, it's going to happen. Like Stephanie, when you get that rental car, it's going to be a time where it's a Saturday night, 1 o'clock in the morning. That person is in Buttsville, Georgia, and they hit a deer in your car. They gonna call Turo gonna call you, and they gonna call you. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You own the car. So Turo gonna get the car, but in the meantime, your car is wrecked. So now if you have a car note on that car, your car is wrecked. You're not going to make money off the car because the car is wrecked. So once that trip is over and they end it that night, the car is wrecked. So you're going to have to find alternative ways to pay that car note. And you're going to have to lay in the bed and get up to help Turo find a tow truck. Because they're in Butt Crack, Georgia, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning and it's raining. That will make you have to become the person that can handle that, because it's going to happen. And it's nobody else to call. It's you and Turo, the entrepreneur and the company. And a lot of times they have somebody foreign on the line. So the renter is talking to somebody foreign they can't understand, and you calling them and you can't understand them, and then you talking to them at the same time. It's going to push you. It's going to frustrate you. But what I have to look at it is learning lessons. Because without stuff like that happening, I wouldn't grow. You get what I'm saying? Yes, your IT life, but this your car. So remember, when they hit that deer, they wrecked it. Your car note still due. So now that your car note is due, and that trip is ended, and you can't get any more rentals until your car gets fixed. So you got to get the car back from Georgia to here, get an estimate, find a company, get an estimate, then put it in. And right now, them service companies are moving super slow. So you might be 2 or 3 months before that car get back on. Meanwhile, the car note is due. That's the stuff I want people to think about. That's business. So just know that that's a possibility. That's extreme, but it does happen. I can book and talk. Yeah, you can. I told you can. Can I book and talk with you later? Yes. Go to my website. You know I do bookings where we sit and we talk. So I need 2 cars. If you have 2 cars, you just have 2 car notes. And don't let it happen to both cars at the same time, girl. I ain't scaring nobody off. I just like to give it what could possibly happen. You can have a car and the motor on the back window go out, and it's raining, and you like, oh God. Then these people, they're in Miami, and they can't get the window up. So now it's raining, they're in Miami, and they can't get the window up. And y'all, you got to work it with Turo to figure out getting that car to somewhere they can either get the window fixed, or they end the trip and Turo tows the car back to Jacksonville. Hopefully the tow truck company puts something over it where the car don't get all wet on the inside on the whole ride back. But while this is happening, there's a 7 or 8 hour gap. Because they got to report it to Turo, then Turo got to pick it up, Turo got to find them another car, Turo got to put it on a truck, and then they got to tow it all the way back to Jacksonville. You might be looking at 2 days. Hopefully the people covered up and it ain't wet, or the car just soaking wet on the inside. So you got to get that right, and you got to get the motor fixed in the window. It's just stuff that could happen. But those are just things that could happen. Meanwhile, you're at work. So this may have happened at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You're at work. You have to find time to talk to these people to get it all together while you're working at the same time. So you're working and you're doing your entrepreneurship all at the same time. But that's your car. Sometimes it's different when it's yours. Like if somebody else's car, I'm like, all right, Enterprise will handle it. It's all right. It's my car. You know what I'm saying? That's just things to, I don't know why my thing keeps saying slow connection. I guess it's slow. Go on and get 2 cars, girl. I wish you would. I had a lady who started she started last Thursday. And her car went on a booking and just came back today. And then go back out, it's the Friday or Saturday. But the main reason I say that is not to scare anybody. I just like to put it out there on how you have to boom, 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 boom. Like, think on it. Make decisions real fast. Find out what really matter, what really don't matter. Like, I do a lot of that all day, just prioritizing thoughts of different things. I'm like, well, that's back burner. This right here real quick, right? You know what I mean? Doing that kind of stuff. Dealing with the different people. That's the thing. But when you're dealing with the different people, it's not like I'm dealing with, when I used to work at Countrywide, I'm dealing with the people, but that's their customers. I'm going to get paid regardless. When I'm dealing with me, that's my money. That's my bank account. That's my profit and loss. That's my light bill. That's my water bill. That's my car insurance. So it's personal because it's my everything. So I have to make it work. And it's just a part of life. That's why when a lot of people are out, I know people, I'm telling you what people assume about me. People assume I'm out and about and I'm going all the time, baby. Those assumptions, I don't know where they get them from. You know, they see you on Facebook out and about dancing, and they swear to God that you're doing that every day. Most of my days are like this day right here. I've been in this apartment since about 12 o'clock working on business and goals. I have a call with Shawnee at 7 o'clock on V101.5 to do a phone interview. They're going to, edit it and air it at some point before the end of the year. But that's the stuff I'm doing all the time. Saturday nights, Friday nights. I'm in the house. Scam. I ain't answering that. Say scam likely. I'm definitely not going to answer that. I'm sitting up here sending out mass text messages to my massage clients, my mentorship clients, my 360 clients, my cleaning clients. I have an app where I can send out text messages. Sending out text messages, trying to, conjure up some business, talking about gift cards and stuff, working on my goals, working on my business, seeing who I owe, who I can pay right now, who I can pay later, that kind of stuff. Looking at all these toll tickets I have to pay. Just printing out, what's the trick the thing gave me? Printing out like my bills, just a whole bunch of stuff like that, y'all. I'm telling you, that's my real life. In between going to the gym, like I've been stretching lately, y'all. And so I'm trying to get into a split. It's probably going to be about 8 months from now, but I'm going to do it. And yesterday I kind of hurt my hamstring. So the day I didn't work out, because I was like, you know what? I was going to go to the gym, and Tuesdays when I like to go to the gym and do the weight training on my thighs and stuff. But I ain't work out today. I was like, you know what? Let me try to let this hamstring heal, because I know Wednesday James going to try to kill us in class, and I don't want to be all wore out. Because yesterday when I was doing my push-ups and stuff, my arms were so tired. So I know he's going to wear us out tomorrow. So I just rest on my hamstrings and let my legs rest. I ain't do nothing. So today I'm just taking a day off. Tomorrow I'll do 2 classes over there with James. And that's another part of it. I operate better when I'm healthier. I realize it. I operate better when I eat better, exercise. I truly do. I feel better. My thoughts are more clear. And I just have so much more energy. I don't get tired so much. Like I don't take naps, but I do go to bed at night. My friends know that, you trying to ask me to go somewhere after 10, it's not going to even happen. It's just true. But I've been like that. When it get dark, that's why when it get dark early, I be in the house early. I'm one of them summertime people. But I operate better when I'm healthier. And that's just something, especially us as black women, we need to prioritize our health. Because we'll let a dude, she's so thick, I like her thick. Thick us to the grave. We be around here thick with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, damn near diabetic. Because he said it looked good. You know what I mean? Ooh, she thick. No, she's fat. And that's unhealthy. And you can go get surgery and it can help. But at the end of the day, it matters on your heart. How is your heart running? How is your blood flowing? You could go and nip it and tuck it, but is the heart going to hold it up? I'm just saying. When's a good time to talk to you? Possibly have a lot tomorrow, a lot Thursday, Fridays. Oh, Lord. I have a call today and a mentorship call. Tuesdays are always good. inbox me. Tuesdays are really good. That's why I can sit in the house today. Because Tuesdays are really good. Tomorrow, I'm doing some things at my mom's house, which is part of our goals. My mom used to make cakes, and she has so many cake supplies. But she doesn't make the cakes anymore. So what we're going to do is go through everything and list it all on Facebook Marketplace. But we literally have to like pull some stuff out the attic, pull everything out. She has characters. She has all of these KitchenAid mixers. But we're going to go through it and list everything on Facebook Marketplace. And then use those funds to do some other things with. Boom. And then it's just a lot. It's a lot. I have a lot going on. It's always a lot. And then that makes room for something else that we're doing at my mom's house. So it's just a lot of processes. You know what I mean? But just things like that. And that's another reason I go back to writing down your goals. Like literally, we sat here and we wrote down all of this stuff. We just went, business by business, personal by personals. Like Tracy, KVRs, Kitty's Vacation Rentals. Convert mini to midterm rentals. Look for a direct booking website. Like at my house, I'm going to remove my Samsung wash and dryer, do some other things with that. Let my brother have the swing set in the backyard. It's just a lot of stuff. I have 2 spots on the screen enclosure that the screen has come loose. Fix that. Just a bunch of little stuff like that. Just things. But it's like you have to sit down and write that stuff out. And sometimes, y'all, I'm overwhelmed. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm overwhelmed a lot. To the point where I'll be like, just forget it for a minute. Like how I told y'all, Tuesday, it was bad. I was so overwhelmed that I couldn't get my goals out. I couldn't even think of them. And it kind of made me feel sad because I was like sitting there and I said, okay, I could just work on them and, get a couple, think. I couldn't even think because I had so much going on in my head that I couldn't process some stuff. I know someone that had a cake and wedding business that might need, hey, come on now. Sure will. We're going through it tomorrow. So like, one of them was my short-term business goals. It was a minimum of 3. And that short-term means 0 to 12 months. Now I'm sitting up here looking at it. I wrote down about 50 short-term business goals yesterday. Got them all out. But I couldn't think of nothing. My brain was just, my emotional state, I don't know what that was Tuesday, but it was like that. And like here, what specific challenges do you need to overcome in my business? How do I define success in my business? I really don't know at the moment. How do personally I define success in my business? That's food for thought. Because a lot of people will think that with my business is going on, hey, you have the car wash, y'all painted the building, this and this and this. And that is successful. But I literally have to think on and ponder and brainstorm, what do I consider, how do Kitty, Nikita Watley, how do I define success in my business? I don't know. I really don't. This is a good question. What do I look like at my best? That question is about personal. At your best, like it says, go inside and truly think about when you're at your best. Imagine your hair, your outfit, where you're walking, how you smell, what color lipstick you have on, what color shoes, what your toenails look like. Like literally ask yourself, what do I look like at my best? After go, but you sparked me. Thank you. Now, when I think about that, y'all, I feel good. Because one of those is, when I said, like, in my mind, you always have this picture of yourself in your mind and what you look like and how you want to look. I've already achieved that weight. So, because I've achieved that weight, all I need is the outfit, baby. Get somebody to pick me out a badass outfit, some shoes, and Do my have Gigi do my hair and my locks and let them bad babies sprout and put, ooh. The hardest part is getting to the point where you feel like you can look like that vision you have in your head. Last year this time, I definitely 35 pounds heavier. That thought of me in this blue dress and these nice blue heels and my hair and how I look and how I smell and what I'm wearing and how I wore it and how my waistline looked and how my hips look and my thighs was just a thought, was just a vision. Oh shit, hold on. Look, come on, I keep this stuff. That's me way back in the day. That was when I was cheering. I back on one wigs and stuff. This is the picture. Y'all see how short my locks is? This is the picture. I remember taking this picture in 2012 or 13. Look where my locks are. My locks are about here now. But I keep this picture because I have achieved this size. The weight that I was on this picture, I'm that weight now. So this is me when I say wearing that blue dress and my hair and how I look and how I feel like I smile and this is where I want. This is the picture. I'm now this size. My hair is back black. I dyed my hair back black all the way. But my locks, if they're straight, they're about there now. It took this many years for me to get myself back together. I'm doing this because of my hair. For me to get my focus back together. So if this was in 2012 or 13, this was about 10 years ago. And now I'm back here. All I need is the blue dress. That's just a blue bodycon dress. But it's just the fact that this was all a dream. This was a picture that I pictured my ideal self and what I would look like. And this was a picture of me, and I really love that picture. And the fact that I've made it back. A year ago, I thought I would never change. Oh, this Charles, I call him back. A year ago, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I thought that, you know how you live in life and things are, you like, girl, back in the day when I used to go wear that dress and this and this and this, everything was just a back in the day. And now it's there. I'm literally back at this particular weight. So, tell me what God can do. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a picture that I always kept. And one of the pictures, I just answered one of the phone. I just answered one of my questions that last week I couldn't answer. Remember last week? I told y'all last week I couldn't answer any of these questions. Number 7 is, what do I look like at my best? And now I'm back there. Wow. I just answered. Look, right here, just answered one of my questions. Wow. But this is stuff I keep in my drawer. The blue dress. Back in the cheer team. They don't want me to build my wigs and get my makeup and my lashes and stuff done because, baby, I was a beast. That's in Charlotte at one of the games. Now, I keep this. This is of my realtor when she got married. I love this picture to the point where I told her I printed it out and I keep it. I love this picture. So, in my desk is always this picture of my realtor, Dana, and her husband when they got married a few years ago in Hawaii. I keep this picture. I ain't one of them people like, I don't know, man. I'll take the right one. And I'm patient and I'm comfortable. So I ain't rushed or nothing like that. But if I do, I love this picture. You never know. If God took me back here, well, he might take me. Let me get that right dude. You know what I'm saying? Man who has worked on himself and me worked on myself. I keep this. This is the secrets in Montego Bay, Jamaica. And the reason I keep this, I went to Jamaica about 3 years ago. And as the flight was taking off to leave Jamaica, I look down and I see this heart-shaped thing. And we were so close to the ground, y'all, I could still get internet. So I took the picture, stick it in Google, popped it up. It was Secrets, Montego Bay. It was the bungalows. They're shaped like a heart. That's how close this is to when you take off leaving Jamaica. So I keep this because I want to go to Secrets, Montego Bay. So that's here. Now, this is not necessarily the car I want, but I like to keep this so I can keep my mind on that I want me a nice car. You know what I'm saying? I keep this because I would love me a vacation house with a pool on an island or somewhere really nice and tropical. So I keep that too. I keep this because I would love to buy some land and live on the river. So these are things that I just keep right here in my drawer. And I mean, if he's allowed me to get back here, and it took a lot of mental to get back here because I thought I would never do it. I had to make personal adjustments, and it wasn't necessarily to get here. It's just that once God started working on me and working on my mind and telling me what I needed to do to be a better person, and me finally being obedient to do the stuff, because I was not. I was not. I ain't gonna even lie. Me finally being obedient to do it, the weight started coming off. I started having more clarity. I started achieving more goals. I started being healthier. I started being happier. But it was just me doing what God had been told me to do. He said you have these visions wrote down. You have, and this is just, I take some pictures and keep it, but a lot of my stuff written down. But if he said you have this stuff, I can't bring you your right man. Get off it. Your right mate until you get where you need to be. Because if I brought him to you right now, you wouldn't even see him. You can't have this being the person that you currently were. Y'all get what I'm saying? Sometimes we want things, but we aren't the person who would respect it or could even achieve it. So if God gave it to us, we wouldn't even do nothing but mess it up. So he don't give it to us. And that was me. If he would have gave me this man, not saying this man, but this is my realtor Dana and her husband in Hawaii when they got married. If he would have gave me somebody that I was compatible with, and I wouldn't have seen him, because I wouldn't have been that person that could have even saw him. So he would have went over my head. I had to become the person, and still working on the person that could actually see the guy who's working on himself, the guy who's trying to be a better version of himself, the guy that wants to love me, king, be my king, lead me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to see him. And if I did see him, I might dog him out and did him wrong. Now I hurt him for the next girl, simply because I was not ready. So certain things he's not going to give to us when we're not ready. Like oftentimes we'll say, oh, if I had $1 million, I'd quit my job. I mean, $1 million wouldn't make me quit because it ain't enough. But that means he already know that we're not financial savvy enough to even get $1 million because we just mess it up. So he doesn't give us the $1 million. We have to become the person that can actually handle the $1 million. Because like they say, how they try to keep you poor is they say more money, more problems. That's just people who can't get the money trying to keep us poor and keep our mind wrong because we feeding into it. No. You got this. You just got different problems. The same problem, but different problems. But when you have worked to become the person that can handle it, you can still handle those things. You get what I'm saying? Like I have to be the person that can handle a mortgage, rent. Okay, I got a mortgage. I have rent there, rent there, rent. Mortgage and 4 rents. You get what I'm saying? You have to become the person that can handle that stuff. I had 6 cars. Now I'm down. But I have to become the person that could handle 6 car notes, 6 car maintenance, 6 set of tires, oil changes, miscellaneous stuff. I have different businesses, but I had to become the person that can handle that because I want to be the person that can handle more of that, of all of that stuff. So I have to grow to become that. So that's why at 7 o'clock, I take a mentorship session. I sit on Zoom with about 50 other people and I actually listen to a mentor. This folder is my class folder. I pay for mentorship. And then, this is something my mentor said. And my mentors have said it because I listen to my mentor will talk about her mentors. They say, try to think of figures in your head that don't, and try to make figures seem not so expensive, not so big. Like often what will happen is, the reason some things will seem expensive to us because it's money that we won't, like how you shit yourself. If you think $30 to wash a car is expensive, it's because you wouldn't spend $30 to wash a car. You get what I'm saying? So try not to think of things, try to think further and not make everything like little stuff seem so high and out of reach. Like how, going back to elevations, they're saying that the menu is too high. To me, the menu is all right because I know what I'm willing to spend. I know what seems expensive to me. And what I try to do is expand what I think is expensive. Because when I expand my mind to say, okay, you know, $500,000 a year is not a lot of money, it makes it easier for me to make $500,000 a year. But if I think that $80,000 is a year is a lot of money, it kind of caps me at what I'm willing to do just to get to this 80 grand. Because if I think that's a lot, then I only do enough to what I think is a lot. Y'all, I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying. But if you start thinking $500,000 a year, it's good money. It starts making you work to become a person who can get $500,000 a year, who can get $600,000 a year. Stop capping ourselves at 80. You get what I'm saying? I'm just throwing out numbers. But like they say as a mentor, never charge a price for a mentorship that you have not paid. I haven't paid 10 grand for a mentorship. So there's no way I should have a $10,000 mentorship package because I've never paid $10,000. Become the type of mentor where you can charge higher prices, meaning that I need to get into mentorship groups, I mean to get my stuff together so that I can get into mentorship groups that are charging when I'm paying $10,000, $15,000. Hear what those people have to talk about. So like me, the most I paid for a mentorship was about $5 grand. And to a lot of people, that's a lot. To me, it's a lot. I have a mentorship right now, one-on-one session, y'all, that I am scratching tooth and nail to do this one-on-one session. It's 6 hours for $5,000. But I know that $5,000, if I can get it and I can pay her, I know that $5,000 will yield me so much. So if y'all want to donate to me, you can. But it's a mentorship session with Donnie Wiggins, my mentor. I actually have to fly to Atlanta to do the session. It's not something that we do online. We have to do it face to face. So I have to fly to Atlanta, or drive, get a hotel, stay in Atlanta, and do this session with her. It's a 6-hour mentorship session, and it's $5 grand. And I want to take it. So what I'm doing is rearranging, moving stuff around, learning, doing all of this different stuff so that I can come up with these $5 grand. And I need to get my flight money, and I need to get my hotel, and get clothes, and I'm gonna have to get my hair done. But I want to take the session. If anybody feeling Christmas generous, give me your card. Just run your card and give me the $5 grand. But I know for a fact that $5,000 will yield me so much in knowledge that next year, I know things will just be, I'm just growing. I'm just going to grow like crazy. But what I have learned to do is not make $5,000 seem so much. No, I ain't got it. but it ain't crazy money. It's worth the benefit. You get what I'm saying? So if I can move some stuff around, I can have it. Because granted, I spend more than $5,000 in just in mortgages and rent. I do. So it's like, I have it. I just don't have it to spare. But I have it. It literally comes through my hand, and I pay out way more than $5,000. $5,000 a month. I pay. Child, please. This apartment right here alone, $1,525, and that's not including the water, the lights in the water. So I could come through $5,000. But I'm learning just different things and just different thought processes. So sometimes you don't see me out like that. You don't see me doing stuff. You don't see me with, like, I have nothing against nails. First of all, I'm a cleaning lady, so it's hard for me to wear them. But you don't see me get my makeup and done all the time, my eyelashes done, my nails done, wearing name brand clothes all the time. You don't see me wearing name brand clothes at all, really. I have me a couple pair of J's that I do like, but that's mine. But it's because I'm doing other things that are I consider priority, because I know where I want to be, and I know where I want to grow to, and I know where I want to be. And that's the main thing. And I'm working on my personal life goals. I'm working on my business life goals. And none of this is perfect, y'all. I'm telling you. It'd be all over the place sometimes. And sometimes it just be, like overwhelming and too much. But if I don't do it for myself, who will? And I love me and this stuff to death, but I'll never ever just sit around and all I have to eat is what he gives me. It's fine for some people, it's just not for me. So you'll never see me saying I'll move in with you and I'll freeload all off of you and you can take care of me, this and this and this. No. I'm not gonna even put that on nobody. Sometimes it's the easy route, and I know some people who doing it, and it's fine for them. It's just not for me. So that's why I work like I do, and sometimes people think I fall off the grid, because I do. But it's because I'm doing something for me. It ain't because I'm out here dating Joe and Harry and Tom and going to this party and that party. Let me tell y'all something. As a matter of fact, I have not been invited to one Christmas party. Not a one. So while people going to Christmas parties and doing all that stuff, I haven't been invited to one Christmas party. I haven't been invited to one Christmas outing. I haven't been invited to one Christmas date. I ain't been invited to nothing. Most of the people who I used to hang with, they don't hang with me anymore. So don't think I'm out here having Sunday soirees and doing all this different stuff, because I'm not. I'm used to sitting in this apartment. There I go. So like my trainer, he was like, don't go all the Christmas parties and eat everything at every party. I said to myself, shoot, James, I ain't even been invited to a Christmas party. No, I work for myself, so it's not like I have a job Christmas party. But I haven't been to the Christmas party. I ain't been to the pajama party. Nothing. What we're going to do is me and my daughter on Christmas Eve, because my grandbaby going to be in Atlanta with her dad. They're going out of town for Christmas, and he has a Christmas. So this will be my first time in 7 years without my baby. But me and my daughter are going to spend the night at my mom's house, and we're going to all put on Christmas pajamas, and we're going to cook cookies, Christmas cookies and brownies, and watch movie and hot cocoa and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do Christmas Eve. And Christmas Eve's on Sunday. So I'm going to spend the night at my mom's house. And we're just going to do family time and that kind of stuff. What you gonna get her for Christmas? So that's really it. Y'all. At 7 o'clock, I do have an interview with Shawnee on B101.5. She's pre-recording it. They're going to edit it, and they're going to air the interview before the end of the year. So once I find out when the interview is going to be aired, I am going to put it all over my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, everywhere. Because I want everybody to listen to it. A lot of time, the interview come on at like 6 in the morning on Sunday. Last time was like 6 or 7 in the morning on a Sunday, which is fine with me. I just tell people to set their alarm and wake up. But at 7 o'clock, she's calling me. Once I get off of that, I'm going to get on my mentorship call and listen to what's going on with that and my goals. I'm behind because I should have had my vision board completed by now. My vision board, the whole board is actually not finished. So that's sometimes why I feel overwhelmed too, because y'all, I be listening to 2 or 3 books at one time. So like, I have this book right here, Boss Move, and it's Boss's Business Optimization Success Secrets. So it's not boss like I'm a boss like Rick Ross. No. It is business. Boss stands for Business Optimization Success Secrets from a $1 Million Roundtable. So I'm actually reading the hard copy, listening to the Audible, while listening to 2 other books at the same time. So sometimes I have so much that I'm listening and reading that I have to sit still. And like, the reason I listen to this book on video, but you have to read it too because it has stuff you need to write in, a lot of stuff you need to highlight. So because I'm doing all of that and trying to live, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed, I be having a lot going on. So this is Myron Golden. Look him up on YouTube. He is the joint. I need to message you. I have some questions, if that's okay with you. Yes. Also, what you could do is go to my bio. You can set up you an appointment for you and I to actually meet and discuss everything. That way you can get the most stuff out of me. You get my schedule is Book with Kitties. Click on it. Go to my schedule. Schedule your appointment. Do that. And we can really set down some time for you and I to talk. And you know, one thing I'm telling y'all, the reason I like mentorships is because you get to get the information from me that I've been digging and getting since like 2016. You get to get all the work knowledge I'm learning. Yes, it's in my bio on my page. It's not like that. You have to click on the link. I don't remember it, but it's not Book with Kitties. It's like that, but you have to click on the link. And I inbox it to you also when we're done. And I like it because I get to get all the information from my mentor that she's been doing. So you think if I have a mentor, my mentor done took so many mentorship sessions. She done did so many business. She done learned with so many clients, all of this different stuff. So I get to soak the knowledge out of her head from what she's learned and what she's been doing. And that's the same thing you get with me. If you hear that I just said that I'm reading 3 books at one time, I'm actually listening to this book. I finished this book. I've listened to it twice. I'm listening to the book, I'm reading the hardback copy, and I'm listening to 2 more books at the same time. So if I'm doing that, if I'm literally doing that on top of running all these other businesses, and when I say running other businesses, that's not something I'm just sitting down doing. Do you know how many people a day I deal with? I'll jump from cleaning the car wash, the car rental, vacation room, this, and it'll all be in an hour just jumping. And because to me it's normal just to jump businesses, it's the thing. I had somebody who did they did a mentorship with me where they followed me around like that, and she was just like, "How you just switch up like that?" And I said, because if I don't, it won't get done. What you think I'm going to say? Wait a minute. I can't do that one right now. I got to get my brain, let my brain readjust. If I don't, it won't get done. And then I have these mantras that I speak to myself. One of my mantras is, I consistently operate above average. And because I say I consistently operate above average, how many people you know, and I ask people this. When was the last time you read a book? And what was the book? And then when was the last time before that? And when was the time before that? And when was the time before that? Honestly, as black people, we really don't read stuff. And we don't know. And then the secret to a lot of success is inside a book, but we won't pick the time up to read it. We'll say, I don't have time. If you go to work like I go to work, by the time you get home, get a little something to eat and go to bed, take a bath, I'm wore out. So you have allowed your job to keep you from growing so that you don't have to keep doing that hamster wheel. You see me on here. You have allowed your job to get in your way so that you don't have to keep doing this. But because it's gotten in the way, you're going to constantly always have to do it. That's real talk. If you don't like the life that you're living, do something about it. If you don't like the way you look, do something about it. The only person who can do it is you. And you become better, and then you can help other people. But if you don't like the life that you live in, they working you too hard, you don't like your hours, you don't this, and this, but you won't pick up a book, you won't take a course, you won't read, you won't listen to a podcast, all you want to do is listen to Mary J on the radio, instead of turning on YouTube, which is YouTube University, and learning anything you want. You're good with being mediocre. And I'm just not that girl. And what I've learned is, because I've decided that I will not be mediocre, that limits me when it comes to men. That limits me when it comes to friends. Because I'm realizing a lot of people don't talk about what I talk about. A lot of people don't listen to what I listen to. A lot of people don't read what I read, if they read at all. They don't operate how I operate. And that makes me not have that many friends and not that many male suitors. Not saying the guys don't come around, but when they do, eventually we start talking and they kind of see what's going on and they back because it's easier. It's not that I talk about, I'm just me. I'm like, I talk how I am right now. But everybody not ready for that. Everybody mentally, everybody ain't healed. So certain stuff you don't even do simply because you're not mentally healed. You're still dealing with mama issues and daddy issues. And it's easier to mess with a mediocre woman. She gonna need more from you because she gonna try to get out your pocketbook or something, and she needs you to buy a crab tray and pay the light bill. But sometimes it's easier to mess with those type of women who want you for something, because literally you may not have it where if she don't want you for nothing, you asking, well, what can I do for her? Because you don't believe in your conversations. I can't talk to her because I don't really know what to say. I'm just kind of lost. So it's easy to back up off of me. Because I ain't got my palm out. I ain't, begging for you for nothing. I ain't the one to be just trying to have sex with you all the time. And then, I ain't going to get pregnant for tubes time. So if I do, I'm just doing it because I want to do it. But I got somewhere to lay and I can get up and go home while you can leave up out of here. I don't need you to pay the light bill. You know what I mean? It kind of... It makes it where your circle starts getting really, really small. And sometimes when your circle gets small, you can get lonely. It's just because I'm talking about myself. When your circle gets small, you can remember when people were asking you to come to the party, asking you to go off, asking you to go travel with them. But now, nobody asks. Really. I mean, my sisters and my daughters, I got them. We good. So usually when you see me doing something, it's with my daughters or my sisters. But outside of that, really nobody else. Look at it. Go back through my Facebook page and for the last 6 months and look at the women faces. It's both my sisters and both my daughters. It's really no girlfriends. When before I used to go back a year ago, last summer 2022. It was pictures all over the place with me and a whole bunch of homegirls. That's not even out there this year. And maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. But I just know that once you really start elevating, that's what'll happen. Your circle will get so much smaller. And sometimes it prevents people from elevating because you haven't become the person that can handle that feeling of loss or rejection or, well, I don't remember me, this, and this. I'm not in the in crowd no more. So that's why I say you have to become the person that can do that. Like now, like I was saying, what do I look like at my best self? This is how I imagine myself. And actually, I am this size now. And my hair is even longer. But I rarely go anywhere to wear dresses. I rarely go anywhere to dress up. I don't really get asked out on dates. I can't even tell you the last time I went out on a date. Even though I would love to go out on a date. But I don't really go nowhere to get dressed up. And then I thought, you know what? I can go and get, first of all, it's cold. I don't like going outside. It's cold. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my hair. Even though my hair is nice. Come on, Gigi. Come through. My hair is very nice right now. I ain't going to even lie. My hair is done. My toes are done. That's all I really need done. My fingernails, don't worry about it. Put on a nice dress and some heels and go sit somewhere. But where do the sophisticated black men sit? Because I want to go there. I don't want to go sit. You know, even though I'm glad that Elevations is charging what they're charging, but I don't want to go sit there. I know all them dudes. And they ain't the one. I want to go find somewhere that the elite black men go and sit and have a little happy hour and stuff like that. Because I wasn't in that crowd, I don't know where they go. But I would love to go sit somewhere like that. Maybe it's a cigar bar, but I don't like the smell of the cigars. But I might go sit at a cigar bar. It's one out Dapper Dan's. It's one out River City. I might just go sit there one day. Put on me a little outfit and go sit to the bar. Drink me a little wine, see who come through the door. Expand my horizons to different men. I don't want to go to Elevations. I already know who coming through there. And I know them. I'm done. So that ain't it. I ain't trying to recycle the same stuff that I already know ain't gonna work and ain't even ready. Just go somewhere else. So maybe somewhere like that. Somebody give me a good cigar lounge where black men go. Just let me know. But anyway, my food is downstairs waiting on me. Chef Ted delivered it. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Then I have an interview with V101.5 at 7 o'clock. It's not gonna be on the radio. It's gonna be a pre-recorded interview. But once it's on the radio, when she tells me it's gonna be on the radio, I'm going to announce it on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, so that everyone can listen. But I'm not gonna let y'all see my whole head, just so you can see. Locks by Gigi. She know I like my hair tight, because we be working out in Jane's class. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if you want to get yourself together, class ain't easy, but it's sure enough worth it. Fitness is Life with Lee. Join now. You'll get to jump on the new year. Like with me, y'all, I'm telling y'all. Last year this time, I was 35 pounds heavier. What time? Do I have my clock right? I was 35 pounds heavier. Eating better, exercising, cutting out all that alcohol. When I tell you I feel so much better. Like these pants I have on, y'all. I'm in my house clothes, just so you know. These are some house pants. And now they're like real baggy. It's just some house pants. But they were like tight. Yeah, I got on house pants and some socks and some shoes. This is just me. This is how I normally dress around. I just have on a jacket. But, because I ain't have on no bra. So that's why I put my jacket on. But if you want to get that weight up off of you and you want to feel healthier, come to class. When I tell you it works, it works. You just have to be consistent. I've learned that I got to do what I got to do, y'all. I don't even have the option to not exercise and eat healthier. I just don't. My body don't even play like that. My body say, this is what you got to do. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, I have to do. Lately, this for the past 2 weeks, I've been doing 5 times a week. And for me, 5 times a week is low. I've been slacking. I really have to do like 8. And I ain't saying 8 hardcore impacts. I'm saying like cardio. I'm saying like what we do, cardio body sculpting. Step. Walk on Sunday, walk on Monday, walk on Thursday. And the days I walk, I do stretches. So there we go. That's 8 times. I have to. And I've come to grips with it. It is what it is. I can't back out and say no and this and this and this. It's my body. I can't live my body on someone else's schedule. Because if I live my body on what works for someone else, I'm going to start gaining weight. I'm not going to be healthy. So I just realize it's what I have to do. But with that, my physical endurance, don't play with me. Don't even play with me. Men, you got to have your stuff together to come with me. I ain't going to even play. That big stomach, out of shape stuff, you can't get with me. Because my endurance, my physical, hey, it's good. I'm a lady, and it's good. So you have to come together with me. You have to come with your shit right. Because you won't be able to mess with me. I'll be sending you home. Oh, Lord. But it's just true. It does help with your libido. It helps with your skin. It helps with your weight. It helps with the mental clarity. It makes you feel sexy. I feel sexy, even though I ain't dressed sexy right now. But the fact is that anything I really want to wear, I can. That's the self-confidence that it gives me. Because I know for a fact that if I go to the store and I want to wear it, I'm pretty sure I can. And that's what feels good. I don't have to put on no Spanx. I ain't got to walk around with my stomach held all in. I ain't got to worry about if I want to put it on, I can't get it over here, or my stomach look like it's sticking out, or I got back fat. Don't have to worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? I love being able to go to the store and pick something out and like, damn, I'm pretty sure I can wear it. And if I can't, I just have to adjust the size a little bit. But that feels fantastic to me. Knowing that if I wanted to, I could. Even if I ain't going nowhere. But if I want to go somewhere and I want to buy this outfit, if I want to go put on this bathing suit, if I want to go wear this thong, I can. When I go to Jamaica, I wear thongs. That's all I wear. I'm a grown woman. I'm not a child. If I want to wear this bikini thong, I can wear this bikini thong, and I do. And that was last year. Imagine this summer. Don't play with me. Oh, that feels good, ladies. It feels good to be able to get in the shower, jump out the shower, put on your lotion, and you like what you see in the mirror. Like you walk past the mirror, you like Cardi B said, walking past the mirror, boom, damn, I'm fine. You ever caught yourself off guard? You like, damn, girl, you looking good. I've done that. Caught myself in the mirror like, oh, I'm definitely going to class tomorrow. Oh, I'm definitely going to buy me some better tennis shoes because I need to get this thing going on. That feels good. That feels confident. But anyway, y'all, let me go because I got a call coming up in a minute. Thank you.